Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. And today's puzzle is called Don't Step on the Bug by New Beutel? New Beutel? New Beutel. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. If you want to tell me how you actually pronounce it, just let me know in the comments or just send me a message. Anyways, here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. Crop key dots. Cells separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. All possible dots are given. Yes, all. That's none. Which means there cannot be, in this puzzle, that's the negative constraint that we sometimes talk about in these crop key dot puzzles. Cells separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Since there are no black dots and we know all possible dots are given, there cannot be any cells which are in a 1 to 2 ratio that are next to each other, that are separate, that could be separated by a black dot, which would have to be on an edge. Same thing with cells separated by white dots. Cells separated by with the white dots between them must be consecutive. But there are no white dots given, and we know all possible dots are given. Therefore, no two cells are next to each other that are consecutive. That's what we know. Renban. Digits on a magenta line do not repeat and are consecutive in any order. So, for example, if this were a 1, we know the other two numbers on the line must be a 2 and a 3 because it has to be consecutive all along the line. So 1 is only consecutive with 2 amongst the other digits. 2 is only consecutive with 3, that it's not 1. So therefore, it has to be 1, 2, 3 to be consecutive for the whole line. Yeah. And again, on Renbans, you cannot have repeats. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so simple thing then. Whatever this is cannot be these two can't be consecutive. Since these two can't be consecutive, they both must be consecutive with this one. So this one is always in between these two. That's interesting. These cannot be 3, 5, 2, or 8 because that would mean they're consecutive, which would have a white dot in between them, which there isn't, or they are in a 1 to 2 ratio, which means they cannot be. So this cannot be 3, 2, 4, or 8. Sorry, 2, 3, 5, or 8. Therefore, 2, 3, and 5, and 8 have to be outside. This is 2, 3, 5, 8. This is 2, 3, 5, 8. This is 2, or in the corner, shall we say. Because otherwise, they would have some sort of dot in between them and the 4. So this has to be 1, 6, 7, and 9. Okay. This is 2, 3, 5, 8. So these two cannot be consecutive. But, so these must be split up, which means this has to be in between these two. Same with this. This has to be in between these two. And this has to be in between these two. So this is an in-between number. This is an in-between number. This is an in-between number. Okay, well, also, how do these four form a set? You can't have 1 with any of them. So this must be 6, 7, 8, and 9. So therefore, this must be 8, which means this has to be 6, 7, and 9, which means this actually is a 1, which means we know this is 2 and 3. This can't be 2 because they would have a white dot next to it to be consecutive, so this must be 3, which makes that 2. This can't be 2 or 8. This can't be 2 or 8. This is the 3, 5, 3, 5 pair in box 5. Therefore, this has to be a 2 because it can't be 3, 5, or 8. So this is 2. This is in between two numbers because these can't be consecutive, so you can't have 3, 4 here. Therefore, this must be 1 and 3. So this cannot contain a 1 or 3. If this is 3, it has to be 2 and 4, similarly. If this is 5, it's 4 and 6. So we know the 4 has to be one of them. Therefore, you can't have 1, 3, 4 here. So this has to be 5, 6, 2, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 2 or 8. This can't be 2. This is also 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is also 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We know that 8 has to be one of these three because it cannot... Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. This is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but it's actually just 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have a 3, 5, 3, 5 pair in row 6, so the rest of the row cannot contain a 3 or 5. Therefore, this can't be 5. There's no 1 to 2. There's no 1 to 2 ratio in any of these cells. Excuse me. If this was a 6, it would have to be next to a 3, which is in a 1 to 2 ratio. So therefore, this can't be 6. One of these is 6. This can't be 6 because it can't maintain a 1 to 2 ratio with that. Let's see. 3 is one of these two. This is 3, therefore the 4 is here. This can't be 5. 4 cannot be either of these because it would be in a 1 to 2 ratio with the 2. Therefore, the 4 has to be one of these 3. Which means the 4 has to be one of those 2. 4 cannot be here because that would be consecutive. Therefore, 4 is one of those 2. 3 is one of these 2. 4 has to be one of these 2. Where is the 1? The 1 has to be one of these 2 cells. Right? So either this is a 1-3 pair or it's a 1-4 pair. Either way, the 2 cannot be next to a 1-3 pair, either of the 1-3 pairs, and it cannot be next to either of the 1-4 pairs, right? Because it's in a 1 to 2 ratio with the 1-4 pair, and it's consecutive with the 1-3 pair. Therefore, this cannot be 2 either way, which means this can't be 2. So therefore, this is 2, which means it has to be with a 3 at least, because it's either 1, 2, 3, or it's 2, 3, 4 on the Rembrandt line, so this has to be 3 either way. So this can't be 3. This has to be 1 or 4 here. But the 1 could also be here or here, right? So this is 2 and 3. The 6 cannot be next to either of... Cannot be in this... orthogonally adjacent, or next to, essentially, adjacent to the 3. So this can't be 6. This can no longer be 2, so this has to be 4 and 6. Which means we can remove 2 and 6 from the rest of the column. So this can't be 6, this can't be 6. 6 has to be one of the 3 here. This is 6 here. This can't be 6, though, because it's next to a 3. This is 4, 6. 4 and 6 have to be on a Rembrandt with a 5. So this can't be 5, this can't be 3. Oh, this couldn't be 6 anyways, because 6 can never be next to a 5 either, right? Therefore, this must be the 6. This is 5, this is 3. This is... So... 8, well, 5 can never be next to 4 or 6, so this can't be 5. This could be 5. This cannot be 4, 7, or 9. Therefore, this is 1 or 5. Can't be 4, 7, or 9 because it can't be next to an 8. This can't be 4, 7, or 9. So it can't be 1. It can't be 3 because of Sudoku. It could be 2. Again, no 4. It could be 5. No 7 or 9. No. It could be 6, actually. So this is 2, 5, or 6. This can't be 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. It can't be 1 or 3 because it can't be next to a consecutive number. And it can't be 4 because it can't maintain a 1 to 2 ratio with it. And it can't be 5 because of this 5. This can't be 4. It cannot be 1. Can't be 2 or 3. It could be 5. It can't be 6. It could be 7, 8, or 9. This can't be 1 either. Because the 1 cannot be either of these. It can't be 5 because the 5's here. So we have a 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 triplet. This can't be 1 or 4 because of the 2. Therefore, this has to be 1 or 4 as the only other possible place in row 6. So this can't be 1 or... We'll eliminate the 1 and 4. Therefore, the 6 has to be here specifically. Can't be next to the 3's. Can't be here because that would be next to a 5. Therefore, this can't be 6 because it's a 1-4 pair. Therefore, where is the 6 in row 6? It has to be here. So this can't be 6 either. This can't be 5 and 7 because that would be consecutive with the 6. So this is 8 or 9. This is 5, 7, or 9, but it can't be 5 or 7 because it would be next to a 6. Therefore, this must be a 9. This can't be 5 or 7 also because of the 6. Therefore, this must be the 8. So this can't be 8 or 9. Therefore, this is 7, which makes that a 5. So this can't be 5. This is 1. So there's no more 5s or 7s in the rest of column 3. This is still 1 or 4. It can't be 4, though, because it would be in a 1 to 2 ratio with the 8. Therefore, this must be 1, which makes this a 4. This can't be 7. Therefore, this is 9, which makes that a 7. So this can't be 7. This can't be 7 or 9. So therefore, this must be 8, which means this can't be 8. So this is 9. This can't be 7, 8, or 9. So this is 5. The 5 cannot be next to a 4. So this can't be 4. Therefore, this is 4. And this is 7. Okay, this can't be a 6 because it's next to a 7. So therefore, this is 4, which makes that a 6. Let's see. What can these be next to? 6, 8, 9. Okay. This cannot be... Let's see. What can it not be? Can't be... Could be 1. Cannot be 2 because of that 2. Can't be 3 because that would be consecutive. Can't be 4 because of that 4. Can't be 5. Can't be 6 because that would be consecutive. Can't be 7. Can't be 8 because that would be a 1 to 2 ratio. So therefore, this is 1 or 9. Here, this could be 1. Can't be 2. Can't be 3 because of the 1 to 2 ratio. Could be 4. Can't be 5. Can't be 6. Can't be 7. Could be 8. And could be 9. Okay. What are these? This can't be 1, can't be 2 because of the consecutiveness, can't be 3. Could be 4, could be 5. Okay, let's not use that one. Let's use 4. 4 is easier. 4 could be next to 1, can be next to 2. Sorry, cannot be next to 2, cannot be next to 3. Obviously can't be next to 4, can't be next to 5 because it's consecutive. Can't be 6 because of this 6. Could be 7. Can't be 8 because it's a 1-2 ratio. And can't be 9 because of this 9. Okay, what about this one? This must be consecutive with 1 or 7. So it could be 2 and 3. If it's 2 and 3, this would have to be 2, and this would be 3. Because these are 2 and 3 here. If it's 7, it could be 7, 6, and 5. In which case, this is 5 and this is 6. Or 6, 7, 8, which means this is 8 and this is 6. Or 7, 8, and 9, which means this is 8, this is 7, and this would have to be 9. So those are all possible then. Let's see. This can't be. 5 cannot be either of these. Okay, we know 4 and 6 both have to be on this in this column in box 1. So this cannot contain 1, 3, 4, or 6, or 9. So this has to be 2, 5, 7, 8, right? So 1 and 3 both have to be here in column 1. So this is 1, 3, and it could be 5, 7, or 8. Could it be 2? The 2 cannot be here, but the 2 cannot be here because that would be next to a 1 or 3. So 2 can never be here, which means the 2 always has to be one of these 3. This is 4, 6, 7, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 8 because it can't be consecutive with it. This can't be 3 or 5 because that would be consecutive with a 4. We know 3 is one of these 2. It doesn't really tell us much. Okay, so this is this can't be 4 or 6 because it's next to 3, and then 4 would be consecutive with 3, and 6 would be in a 1-2 ratio with 3. Therefore, this is a 4-6 pair. So this is 4 and 6. Again, 3 can never be next to a 4 and or 6. And these are the only possibilities here. So this can't be 3, which makes this a 1, which makes this a 3. This can't be 6 either, because that would have to be in a 1-2 ratio with a 3, which is not allowed. This has to be 2, 5, 7, 8, or 9, but the 2 can't be here. This is 5, 7, 8, or 9. Let's see. This has to be... Okay, this can't be 8. So this is 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. 2, 5, 7, 9. This can't be 2 because of both the 1-to-2 ratio with the 1 and the consecutiveness with the 4. 5 can't be there because of consecutiveness with the 4. This can't be 5 or 7 because of consecutive with the 6. So, 2 is one of these 2. 3 is one of these 2. They have to be sort of opposite each other, right? Therefore, if this was a 1-3 pair, the problem is 2 couldn't be in either of these spots. And we know 2 has to be in one of those spots. So this cannot be a 1-3 pair. So this cannot contain a 1, which forces this to be the 1. Which means this is 9, because that's the only other possibility left. This is 7, because that's the only possibility left. So this can't be 7. This can't be 9 anymore, therefore this is 8 because that's the only possibility left. This can't be 8 or 9, so it must be 1 or 4. Again, this 7 cannot be here. These all work fine. So this has to be a 1, 4, 3, or 6. And these are 1, 4, 3, or 6. This can't be 1, obviously. The rest of this row must be 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Now we just eliminate possibilities from regular Sudoku, so this can't be 3 or 8, this can't be 6, this can't be 3 or 8, this can't be 2, this can't be 6, this can't be 5. Now we eliminate things for the crop key dots. So this can't be 8. So the 8 is one of these two. This can't be 3 because it's next to 2. This can't be 2 because it's next to 3. This can't be 5 because it's next to 6. This can't be 3 because it's next to 6. So 3 cannot be any of these 4 cells. These two by regular Sudoku. This one because it can't be consecutive with a 2, and this because it can't be a 1-2 ratio with a 6. So therefore the 3 has to be here, which means this can't be 6. This couldn't be 6 anyway, so this is 5. This can't be 5 then, so this is 2, 6, and 8 here. Now we have 2, 5. This can't be 5 anymore, so this is 2 or 6. This has to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. 9 obviously can't be here because of this 9. This is therefore 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. And we know the 9 has to be one of these two. This can't be 4 or 6 because it's consecutive with a 5. So this is 2 or 7. What about this? This can be 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Can't be 5 though. So 1, 2, 7, 8 here. This is 1, 2, 7, 8. It can't be 5, and this is 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. No 8 though, because the 8 is here. So this can't be 5 or 7 because it's next to 6. So this is 1 or 2. This can't be 2 because it's next to a 3. Okay. The 4 has to be one of these two because 4 can't be here, it can't be here, it can't be here, and it can't be here because of normal Sudoku or crop key dot limitations. Therefore, the 4 has to be one of these two. 2 cannot be with it, 8 cannot be with it. Well, obviously 8 can't be with it. 3 can't be with it, and 5 can't be with it. Right? Because if it's either of these, if 5 is either of these, it would have to be next to a 4. If 2 is one of those, it would be next to a 4. If it's 8, well, 8 can't be there because of that. And this can't be 5 or 7. So therefore, the 5 has to be one of these two because the rest of the row cannot contain a 5. So therefore, this can't be 5. Let's see. This cannot be 2, 6, so this can't be 4, but we already knew that. The rest of box 9 is 1, 3, 5, 4, 7, 9. This can't be 1 or 3 here. This can't be 5 or 7. This can't be 4 or 9. So we have 1, 3, 5, and 7. 6 is one of these two. Therefore, it cannot have a 7 in between because that would mean 7's next to a 6 without a crop key dot, which is not allowed. We know 8 is one of these two, so none of them can be 7 because it would be next to an 8 then without a crop key dot, so this can't be 7. Therefore, the 7 has to be here, and this cannot be 7. So if this was 6, This would be next to a 7 then, which is without a crop-dot, which is not allowed. So this can't be 6, which forces this to be the 6, which means these can't be 6. And we know the 3 is one of them, so if the 4 were there, it would be 3 and 4 next to each other, so this is not allowed. Therefore, this must be 1 and 3. So therefore, this is 4. This can't be 4. We have a 2-7 pair then, which means this can't be 2, so this must be 6. This can't be 2 or 6. So it's a 4-9 pair. This can't be 1, so this must be 2, which means this can't be 1 or 2, so this is 5 or 7. This can't be 2, this is 1 or 8. Okay. 5 and 7 could be next to 2 or 3. 4 and 9 could both be next to 6. This can't be 2 anymore. So it's 5, 7. This could be 4 with 1. That's fine. Cannot be with 5. Could be with 7. And could be with 9. So this can't be 1, though. This can't be 7. This can't be 6 because it's next to a 5. Therefore, this must be 2, which makes that an 8. This is 6. This can't be 6 anymore, so it cannot be 7, 6, and 5. So the 5 is not allowed here. It could be 6, 8, 7, or 7, 8, 9. So this is 3 or 8 either way. We do know that 8 is one of these two. This can't be 4 because of this 4. This can't be 4 because of that 4. This can't be 3 because it's next to a 6. So this is 1 or 9. This can't be 7 because it's next to an 8. And this is fine. Interesting. Where is the 6 in box 3? It has to be one of these two. If this is a 3, this would have to not be 6 because it has to be a Renban. But then 6 would be here. Okay, this can't be 3 anyways. This is 3. So this has to be 8, which means this is 6 or 9. So this is 8, which forces this to be 7. Which makes this a 5 and that a 9. Therefore, this can't be 9. This has to be 8, which means this can't be 8. So this is a 9 by Sudoku. This can't be 9 anymore, so this is 2. This can't be 2 or 9, so this is 5. These can't be 5. This can't be 3 because it's next to a 2. So this has to be 8. This is 3. This can't be 8, so that's a 1. That's 3 in the corner. This can't be 8. This is 2 or 7. This can't be 8, so it must be 1, which makes that an 8. This can't be 2, so this is 7, which makes this a 2. This can't be 1, so this is a 9. No 5, no 7 or 9, so that forces this to be 5. No 1 or 5, that means this has to be 3. So these can't be 9 anymore. This can't be 5. This can't be 3. This can't be 3 or 5. No 9 here. Also, yeah, where's the 1 here in row 3? It can only be here, and the 4 then has to be here, which means this is 7. This is 4, not 5, 4, and this is 1. Which forces this to be 3. And 3 cannot be next to 6 because it's a 1-to-2 ratio. So this is 9, which makes this 6, which makes this 4, which makes this 9. This can't be 4 anymore, so this is 6, which means this can't be 7 because it's be consecutive with a 6. So this is 2, this is 7, this is 4, which makes this a 2. This can't be 7, this is a 5. That can't be 5, so this is 7, which makes this a 5. And that's a solution. Yeah, that negative constraint was obviously very useful. It had to be because otherwise there was no other way to differentiate certain cells. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.